Okay, this is going to be my attempt at doing a vlog. I've never done a proper vlog before. I've done channel updates, but that's kind of different. So, yeah, I'll just get the computer set up properly and I'll get back to you. Alright, before I start rambling on this channel update vlog, I think I'll make a cup of tea first. Actually, where is everything? Even though everything is supplied here, the tea and coffee and whatnot, I still bring my own, because that way no one can complain that I'm using too much coffee, or I'm using too much sugar, or too much milk. I bought this old plastic camping cup from the military surplus shop many moons ago, and a few years after I found out that it's the exact same one that Les Hiddens uses in a few of his shows. And it's actually got a map of Australia underneath, and it says Australian made. Oh, by the way, Paul, if you're watching, I'm doing this vlog, channel update vlog, whatever you want to call it. Because you got me in a mood. Watching your vlogs is entertaining, and I always get hungry when I'm watching your vlogs because you're always eating something. If you're not eating something, you're having a nice cold drink. And the one I just watched was the Guinness that you had. I thought I'd do this channel update vlog. I've never done a vlog before, well, not a proper one. If you hear beeps and talking in the background, it's just the radio unit that comms for the site. Okay, the dates are pretty much locked in. I've been in discussions with a friend of mine in London about house sitting. He hasn't had a holiday for a few years and he wants to go visit some family that live overseas from where he is in the UK. I can't say too much because he wants to keep it a surprise for his family, so they are linked with him on Facebook, and if any of this gets on the Facebook and they find out who it is, blah blah blah, get the deal, the surprise can be spoiled. So that's why I'm doing it here on YouTube, so don't put any of this onto Facebook, just in case. Now I've just crunched the numbers, and yeah, just been number crunching. The dates of travel for my friend is 5th of February to the 4th of March. Now the idea is he's got a pretty good paying job, and at the moment I'm possibly the only person that he trusts to look after his house and his animals, because I actually used to live there in the house with him. He used to be my landlord. and he's also a friend of mine from work when I was in the UK. So he's got 2 cats, multiple lizards, and I think he's got some birds, I'm not sure. But he had those when I was there as well, so I know how to deal with them. So for the last 2 years he's been saving, and he's actually going to fly me over at his expense. So it's a return trip ticket from Australia to the UK. And his holiday dates are the 5th of February to 4th of March. So during those 2 periods I will actually be pretty much in London for most of it. But just like with any sort of sorry, I just spotted an ant crawling in and out of the phone jack. Yeah, I'm going to treat the dates that he's away as me being basically nailed down to within the London area. Maybe go to Wales on day trips and visit family and visit friends around the South England area. Also possibly getting some part-time work, so I've got a little bit of money coming in. But my plan is to fly over possibly 4 weeks prior to that. So that, if I can just have a quick look here on the computer without stopping the recording, and bring up the calendar. Go to calendar for 2017. If he's leaving on the 5th of February. I know possibly the 1st or 2nd week of January is when I should be arriving over there, and he returns home to London on the 4th of March. So I will stay back probably 3 to 4 weeks at that point. So that'll be probably the last or second last week of March, 25th to the 31st of March. So I'll be arriving, at the moment the plan is I'm arriving 2nd week of January and departing second last or last week of March. And the period beforehand, I'm hoping to catch up with a whole bunch of YouTubers, do some camping, visit various people throughout the UK. Then during the period that he's away, because I'm going to be looking after the animals, I need to restrict my movements to maybe day trips, maybe a single overnighter, and that's about it. But with England being and Wales and everything being so small as it is, you know, it's a 2-hour drive from London to Cardiff, for example. I can do 2 hours here and I'm only just up the north coast. So while I'm looking after the animals during February, I can still do events. Still go out and do things, but I'll also be catching up with my London friends. Then in March, I'm looking at maybe going across to the continent, to Europe, and visiting friends in possibly Sweden, Denmark, Germany, Austria, Switzerland. And mind you, this is just thoughts running through my head at the moment. Everything could change. It could be the other way around. It could be Europe first, stay in London, then the UK. It's all up in the air. It all depends on how much money I've got, what I can afford to do, and hence the number crunching before. While I'm away, I still need to pay for my expenses here in Australia. Now I've worked out, been away for 12 weeks, my rent is going to be $3,120. My car insurance is going to cost me $165 all on my way. I've got a storage unit which measures about 3 meters by 3 meters. That's $90 a month, so that's $270. So all up, these are my basic expenses before I can even leave. It's that $3,555. So basically, I need $4,000 in my account before I can even fly out. And on top of that, I'm going to need money for while I'm in the UK. My friend will be giving me the equivalent of weekly pocket money so that I can, don't have to worry about food. He's actually going to be taking care of that as well. And travel within London itself is also being taken care of. I'm going to be able to get a family staff ID for London Underground, because I used to work for London Underground, so I know how the system works. And so travel throughout central London will be pretty easy for me. But at the moment, I've got a sword on lay-by, I've got a knife that I need to pay for, and there's a couple other expenses that are luxuries at the moment, so once they're out of the way, that's it, no more spending. I'm not sure if it's possible to even cancel a eBay account, but I may want to do that, so I'm not tempted to buy anything on eBay. I need to save every penny I can get, and also try and get as many work hours as possible, because at the moment it is the 24th of January, and I've only had 2 work shifts, 3 including this one, since the 17th of December. So things are really quiet for me at the moment. I really need to get out of work. And I sent out 2 job applications last week. I haven't heard anything back from them. The problem I've got is my right knee is basically buggered. I cannot stand on my feet for more than 3-4 hours. If I do, my knee basically decides it just doesn't want to work anymore and seizes up and swells, and I'm in pain for the next 2 days. This job is okay because, like you see now, I'm sitting down, and I only need to do a patrol every 3 to 5 hours, and the patrol only takes 20 minutes, which is no big deal. I can walk around for 2-3 hours, not a problem. 3 hours onwards, I start to feel pain in my knee. Around about the 3.5-4 hour mark, no, I have to stop. I have to rest for a couple of hours. So that's also playing havoc with my job prospects at the moment. So it looks like I've got a lot of planning to do. Lots of money to earn. I mean, worst case scenario, if possible, I'll have a chat to the bank and maybe get a personal loan for $5,000, and I know that is an amount that I can actually afford to repay. But at the moment, yeah, it's all go, but it's at a complete standstill, because it's 24th of January 2016, and this time next year I should be in the UK. Sharks with freaking lasers on their head. Yeah. So it's what can I say? Yeah, my knife making, that's been put on hold at the moment, because where I live I don't have a workshop. I don't even have any space where I can actually work without the mess sort of spreading to the house. There is space in the laundry, but that's downstairs under the house, and if I grind down there, which I've already tried, the grinding dust gets everywhere and actually into the room next door, which is where my landlady lives. So that's out of the question. I can do leather work, so maybe I should buy a whole pile of leather and attachments and everything, and just make some leather and sell it on eBay. I don't know. What do you guys think? I made some vapor rub, you know, like the Vicks vapor rub that you put on your chest when you got a cold. I made something similar to that, but with lemon myrtle, Australian lemon myrtle, and it turned out really good. But just to make a batch of, I think it was about 10 jars, about that big, that for the ingredients and everything and the jars and everything, that cost me $100 just to make some jars about that big. And I sent one of them to Switzerland, and that alone, I think, was it $28 or $58? $28 or $58 it cost me in postage to send a small glass jar overseas. So yeah, that idea went straight out the window because I just can't afford to do it. But the leather goods, you know, belts, attaching, like keyring holders, key fobs or whatever you call them, small pouches, things like that. I could probably, in my spare time, make a lot of that and possibly sell it on eBay. If you guys have any ideas, please feel free to leave them in the comments below, and I'll gladly take a look at them. But for now, I'm at work and I got to somehow work out how to edit this and splice it together with the other part and then upload it onto YouTube. Or just upload it onto YouTube and do the editing in YouTube itself, which is really annoying. But hey, it can be done. Alright guys, I'll leave it for there. I've been rambling. Also got to go do a patrol in the stifling heat. It's about 32 degrees Celsius outside at the moment, and I'm sitting in here. It's 25 degrees in here at the moment. I've got 2 aircon units running, and as far as I'm concerned, it's not cold enough. Alright, I'll leave it for there. Thanks for watching. Sorry if I bored you, but yeah, it's a vlog. You're interested or you're not. If you're not, you're tuned out by now. And for those who stayed right through and watched to the end, thanks. Alright, see you guys.